Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, that was really bad. Intermittent fasting. So last week I spoke, or a few days ago, I spoke about insulin sensitivity. So we're going to talk about intermittent fasting now. Pros, cons, what it's used for, how to utilise it, all the kind of basic foundations. So if you've got any questions, just flick through, or you want to see the full video, flick through to the Lionheart Facebook page. But essentially what intermittent fasting is, it's fasting. So essentially there's a few different ways to do it, but one of the more popular ways is the 16 hours of fasting followed by an 8-hour food window period to get your calories and macros in that period of time. That's the most common. Some have happened on a 5 and 2, so 5 days of eating normal and 2 days of fasting, and then there's a few other different bits and pieces like segmented fasting as well. I guess the benefits of intermittent fasting, I guess one of the primary ones is, you've got 16 hours where your gut isn't processing anything and it's got time to rejuvenate and kind of, I guess, not fix itself, but I guess replenish itself. Because you can imagine if you're eating every 2.5, 3 hours, like, a bodybuilder or a serious training athlete and whatnot, puts a lot of digestive stress, or a lot of stress on your digestive system, sorry. So that's what we try to focus on with, I guess, the intermittent fasting, is giving your gut a little bit of a rest too. In saying that too, another good thing from it is, obviously in an 8-hour window period, as opposed to eating in, say, 16 hours throughout the day, is you can generally not eat as many calories in that 8-hour window period. Now, there's some people that can, but for us mere mortals out there, you'll generally find that, after, 1 or 2 meals, you're pretty much maxed out. So generally what happens is you can be in a calorie deficit quite easily, and therefore lose weight and metabolize weight. Now, fasting generally is only recommended for people who are trying to lose weight or have obesity too. You generally want to have a little bit of, I guess, or a fair bit of fat stored on there too. Another good thing to mention with it is it's really good at spiking your growth hormone levels. So when you wake up fasted, and especially if you go and train or do something mid-morning or first thing in the morning or mid-morning, you generally spike your growth hormone levels. So I think there's anywhere between like 800 to 1,000% or something increase in growth hormone during a fasting period whilst training as well. And as you can imagine, growth hormone is really good for speeding up your metabolism and just helping you lose weight. So that's why I guess that's a really kind of handy tool to have too. I've used intermittent fasting myself. I'm currently using it at the moment too, just to kind of stay in reasonable shape. I get a lot of my athletes to do it too on their training days off. So the training days off, they'll have a mini fast, which means they don't necessarily eat the first meal of the day, but they go straight to the second meal. So there might be about 12 to 14 hours when they're not actually eating food. We still have a little bit of amino acids and some glutamine, preferably glutamine and essentials, and then we move from there. But that's all I've got on intermittent fasting, guys. It's a very basic, brief rundown. But look, if you're looking to, I guess, try something new out and get in shape for summer, then yeah, maybe even try fasting, 3 or 4 days a week, and then eating normally for the rest of the other 3 days. But as always, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.